Hello, my name is Corey Smith. This is my video for my portfolio, Fort Hays State University. I am 40, soon to be 41 years old in a couple of weeks. I've been married for 15 years. I have 3 children. I live in Memphis, Tennessee. I currently teach at Germantown High School. This is my 6th year at Germantown. Came here from Utah via South Korea, and then Korea to from Korea we came from Tennessee. My wife and I are both Tennessee natives. So we're back in our home state, been here about 6 years. First started at Germantown, I was an English co-teacher for grades English 9, 10, and 11, and I've done those grades in some combination for the past couple of years up until last year, where I was moved to response to intervention. I like the position quite a bit. It's just different, very different than being a co-teacher. Still have my caseload to manage, 20 to 24 students. I tend to try to take on the students that are more challenging as far as discipline and behavior goes. I try to get my hands into the pot and ask for those students as early as I can. Not to overwhelm myself, but I do prefer dealing with those students. Um, we're 100% virtual right now, which is making for a complete other challenge. I want a master's in educational administration and leadership. I want to get my license because I like helping people. And being a principal, I can not only help students, but I can really help teachers. I don't like the idea of the way some principals hang stuff over teachers' heads, and we have heard stories here in my current district about how some schools are just really, really, really difficult to work in because the principals are ego driven. And I would like to have an opportunity to make a difference in a school, make a difference in principals, in my coworkers' lives, my teachers' lives, and that way the teachers can better affect students. That's really why I'm here. I really like to help people, and that's the best way I could see to move forward in my career. While at Germantown, I've coached basketball for a couple of years, which I've done that in various other places. I decided to walk away from that a couple of years ago. I have picked up being the stadium manager. Germantown has a history of success in football, and managing the stadium is kind of fun. You know, you get to manage the money some nights. One weekend we had a Friday night game with a $20,000 night on the gate and just a regular season game, so that's kind of fun. You manage the people who work the gates, get people to work for you, and I've had great success with that because I've been able to build good relationships with my coworkers. I really enjoy Germantown for 2 reasons. Um, I like our kids, and I really like my coworkers in my department. So I came across Fort Hays State while living in South Korea and playing flag football. A teammate of mine was using Fort Hays for his master's in ESL, and he told me I should check it out, see what programs were available. It was really affordable and really useful. So I did, and it turned out he was absolutely correct. The courses have all been very practical, been very useful, not a lot of busy work, not a lot of stuff that was just useless, and the courses have been really, really good for the most part. There's only been a couple I haven't liked. The affordability of it was great. It is one of the best deals you'll get for a master's in an accredited university. Um, and that's just helped me stick with it. You know, I've had to put it on hold from moving from overseas back to the States and then moving to a different state across the country. We had to put a hold for a brief time, and I've had some personal issues that had made me put a stop on it, but I'm ready to get it completed now. In the next 2 years, I can see myself still teaching and applying for administrative positions. I don't want to do elementary school. I like to do middle and high school. And the next 5 years, I hope I've picked up an assistant principalship somewhere in my current district, and working towards building a good relationship and helping build a community around that school. And in the next 10 years, I really hope I've established myself somewhere as an assistant principal, maybe an athletic director in a school. I don't mind moving. I don't see myself wanting to be a principal in my current district. There's too many politics that are involved here. There's just way too much stuff in Memphis that's just draining from you being able to actually do your real job. I'm not against moving somewhere else in the country, my wife and I talked about moving to Maine. We've talked about moving to Wyoming or Idaho, maybe Utah or Arizona. Considered those areas, maybe being a principal in a smaller district where there are less politics and more focus on the actual people involved, where you're able to focus on your teachers and your school. That's all I have right now. Thank you for listening.